Um, Ladies and gentlemen, it's Eldel Snipe Show here, back with the last video in this little mini series of updates, I guess, in what I've done in the base. So all that we really have left to cover is the end, which I could take a minecart and go there, and again, it's like a 5 minute journey. So I think I'm just gonna save you guys the trouble and just fly there. So say goodbye to our base. Um, and yeah, so the inspiration for this build that I made in the end was the Spire from Fable 2. If you guys ever like just Google the Tattered Spire from Fable 2, you'll see kind of like the inspo, I guess. And yeah, so just go back here to the end in the snowy area. Nice. Nice one, man. Nice one. And drop down this hole. And you guys can see, oh, this is where um, the mine cart goes. And here's where it stops. So here's the end portal, and we'll just go right into it. Alright, so a little laggy at first. So this is the end, and you guys can see I have kind of revamped it, and I'll kind of just shut up for a sec. Cool, cool. All right, can't have any nice things, eh? So this place is kind of like as spawn proof as it can be, um, until the detail. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. 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 This place is actually like as spawn proof as it can, ooh, as it can be, um, while still being. Oh, yep, that's why we have these, you guys. While still allowing you to be able to be as creative as possible. So there's like, for example, there's no basalt slabs, so I couldn't put anything on top of these things. But um, anyways, so the whole idea is that you come in here, and again, I'll try shutting up again, and hopefully I don't get interrupted by by these guys. So. Uh-huh. So I did not come up with this. You guys, if you Google Slade Ender Dragon, you will be able to see this. It's pretty much exact thing, except mine's actually worse because I ran out of these purple crystals. I could go find more, but I think he looks like a dragon, and that's all I really wanted, right? Um, so yeah, welcome to the Spire, the Tattered Spire. So, uh, this project took me a long time to make. Um, because it's in the end, I basically had to, well, yeah, you guys can see what I did essentially. I had to flood everything to kind of like control to limit the amount of spawning for the Enderman. And this is all actually slabs. As much of it as I could is actually slabs. And you guys can see like these are that's where we can go to and that's something else that we'll get to. But this is where we can go to the end cities. And this is kind of like the Tattered Spire. I got this area in the back here that's like the magma blocks with like the soul sand and the fire and the walls and the trees. Um, and this is kind of like basically the lore is that in Fable 2, there's kind of like this spire that this guy builds that grants him like infinite power or something like that, you know, classic video game stuff. And basically it got broken in Fable 1, I think. And so in Fable 2 they have to like rebuild it. That's why it's called the Tattered Spire. And basically they like build around it, and then these are supposed to be like structural like vines that connect to this thing to hold it up. So yeah, this kind of captures that. If you actually look at like the Tattered Spire, you can see this is, I tried to be as faithful as I could without also like, you know, doing too much detail because this was as big of a big enough project as it is. Um, but yeah, um, this is the Tattered Spire. Um, and if you keep going, you know I always have to have some functionality in my builds. So this is what I turned into, obviously. And do you know? Yeah, it's an Enderman farm. So takes you a little bit away. And it's actually a little bit too bad because, um, yeah, I made a new. Anyways, this is a little bit too bad actually because the whole point of me flooding this whole thing and making it out of slabs and doing all that work was to hopefully make it so that I could have this farm in the end, or like in the main body over there. But what ended up happening is that all right, I just wanted to show you guys it working. Anyways, what ended up happening was that for some reason the Enderman can still teleport onto slabs, so they can't spawn on slabs, but they can teleport onto slabs. And so like I don't know why, but it wasn't really like working the way I wanted it to. So I ended up having to go out there and build it. So if you guys actually see a little Easter egg here, so I actually had this initially this way underneath the main base, which would have been awesome, right? And I have, and I actually have like this area was literally dug out and built for this. And here we have an Endermite still, lonely forever by himself now. But for some reason, like the game didn't like that this was underground, and like even though this should have worked, the Endermen like were either spawning and teleporting into the slabs or just like not spawning. I honestly have no idea why. So anyways, that's why I had to build out and do it this way. So yeah, this is another very, you know, standard design. I garnished it a little bit with these little um, things, and these guys, usually what happens is they see, yeah, they see our Endermite up here, and they teleport to him. And I'll give you guys a little bit of a story here. So this guy is actually has a name. I don't know if I can get close enough for you guys to see it. Uh, I want to get close enough for you guys to see it without actually. Okay, well, you'll never know what his name is. His name is One Ply Tie. One Ply Tie, and the lore is that one of my best friends, Tyler, I'll keep his last name out for confidentiality purposes, but he was over at my house in like junior high or something, and we were going somewhere, and he really had to use the washroom, and I had just used the washroom because I went pee, and then this might be TMI, but then he went into the washroom, and and I knew, anyways, he ended up going number two, okay? And I knew that there was only one square sheet of toilet paper left in the room, or in the bathroom. And so I know that he went, and so anyways, we joked around with my friends that we know that he wiped with one sheet of toilet paper, okay? That's the story, and that's why we call him One Ply Tie. Uh, and yeah, so with that, I think that's pretty much every build that I have made um, throughout these 5 years that have been COVID. Well, since COVID, I guess, when I started this world. and I probably will continue to build stuff, but I just thought I wanted to kind of post these videos to kind of like immortalize all the stuff that I've built, like I have said a billion times. Um, and yeah, just in case anything, you know, if a fire happens with all the fires lately, or if, you know, like something happens and my PlayStation just explodes, if I just would have a way to kind of like go back and look at all these builds again, you know, and just remember all the work that went into these. Um, and I think with that, we're probably good to end the video there, you guys. So thank you to anybody that might have watched, and have a good few months or years or forever. I'm not really sure if I'll ever post again, but yeah, anyways, best of luck to everybody, and thanks for watching. Bye.